So, as you can see, we got Anthony Richardson, we got Daniel Jones at training camp, Indianapolis Colts training camp, getting ready for the 2025 preseason. This is a quarterback battle that hasn't been getting too much noise like what's been going on in Cleveland, but nevertheless, it is a quarterback battle. I fully expect Anthony Richardson to win this quarterback battle, but as of late, especially from last year, it was kind of shaky, him being benched for Joe Flacco after the statements that he made. Daniel Jones and his woes with the New York Giants, all the chances that he got coming across this other chance to go right back into a quarterback battle to be the potential starter. I just feel like Anthony Richardson, with the athleticism, with the arm strength, if he can get his throwing mechanics down pack and get, the touch throws and get the leadership qualities and all the things that you need to be as an NFL quarterback, he can be a solidified starter. I don't know if he's going to be special. I don't know, But within that division, within that AFC, what they in the AFC South? Within the AFC South, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars. You got, who else is in the South? You got the Colts, and then you got Houston, and then you got, who's the other team? It doesn't matter. Either way, I don't see them, looking at the roster that they have, and we're going to look at that, it's kind of hard for them to compete with. It's kind of hard for them to compete with the roster that they had because of the talent. Now, so we're going to look at some clips of Tyler Warren, the stud that they got at tight end from Penn State. But looking at that Houston roster, they're going to be good. Jacksonville, we don't know what Trevor Lawrence is going to bring to the table this year. They should be decent. You got the Colts, and then somebody. What other team is in the South that I'm forgetting? Jacksonville, Indy, Houston. I don't know. Oh, Tennessee Titans. Okay, so, and the Tennessee Titans. Well, we know they got a rookie quarterback, so they're not going to be that good. So this division is winnable for them, and they're going to have to go through the Houston Texans to do that. I don't really see the Jacksonville. I mean, they have talent. Jacksonville has talent. We just don't know what the quarterback play is going to look like. So let's look at this roster real quick and break it down, and let's see if because these guys, the Indianapolis Colts, they play tomorrow. What's today? Today is what? Today is Tuesday, so they play on Thursday. They play Thursday. They play the Baltimore Ravens for their first preseason game, and this is a game and a team that I'm looking to watch for this quarterback battle to see what's going to happen and how they're going to go about it, who's going to get the most reps, who's going to play, because you got to realize that Anthony Richardson, he's been a starter, the first 2 years, even though his first year he got hurt, and then the second year he got hurt as well, but I feel as though he needs the reps. Daniel Jones, I feel as though he needs the reps, so it's this should be a quarterback battle from the beginning of preseason to the end, in my opinion, but we'll see. Let's look at this roster and see what they're working with. So, as you can see, Colts released unofficial depth chart for preseason week 1 game. All these teams, NFL teams, are releasing their unofficial depth chart. This is not the final 53-man roster. This is the roster, this is the rosters that it's probably at 80 something right now. If we all didn't watch Hard Knocks, it starts at 80 something, maybe 100, and they knock it all the way down to 53. So let's look at, the potential starters. This is not including the guys trying to make the team or anybody that got drafted. You got Michael Pittman Jr. at the wide receiver position. Their wide receiver room is kind of it's falling short compared to other wide receiver rooms that's even within their division, especially the Houston Texans. Michael Pittman Jr. is a good receiver. Josh Downs is a good receiver. Everybody else is unproven. They even got Laquan Treadwell on here. That's crazy. He used to be a dog in Ole Miss. Their line has always been okay. At one point in time, they had a very, very good O-line. That's when around the time when what's the name? Jonathan Taylor was running wild. They got Tyler Warren, the young stud. At tight end. Mo Alex Cox, he's a great blocking tight end. Everybody else needs to be proven. They don't know who's going to really start, Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson. And they got Riley Leonard as well. Why that name ringing a bell so much? And then Jason Bean. Okay, so, and then at the running back, they got Tyler Goodson, DJ Guidance, Khalil Herbert. So Salva on the mid. And these are probably some of the new guys that they drafted and some undrafted free agents as well at the running back position. Let's look at the defensive side of the ball. That's what I'm saying. With this offense, with this roster, they're not as explosive as the other teams. I think Jacksonville has a very explosive offense. If Trevor Lawrence can put it together, Houston has a very explosive offense, and we know what CJ Stroud is. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not really too concerned about the Tennessee Titans because they have a rookie quarterback, but then they got some okay pieces. They got some okay pieces at the wide receiver position, and they got Tony Pollard. So if Cam Ward can have, we've been lately for the past 2-3 years, we've been having that rookie quarterback that plays out of his mind, out of his body. So if they can get that from Cam Ward, they might even be able to make some noise in the AFC South. So if we go ahead and look at the defensive side of the ball, Cody Payne, none of these guys on the end is bringing the bell. DeForest Buckner is a dog. We know that what he brings to the table at the D tackle, nose tackle. And there's nobody. Let's look at the will linebacker, Cameron. See, they gotta find like Zaire Franklin is a dog. I know who that is. Travarius Ward, I know who that is. Juju Prince, Samuel. Okay. Look at Justin Wiley, Jalen Jones, Jonathan Edwards, Nick Cross. Let's see here, Cameron Bynum, Ronnie. They gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's not disrespectful because people know your name when you make plays. When you make yourself a household name on a team, there is no who is this guy. We know exactly who you is, and your team has to be good. You know what I'm saying? Just for to get that recognition. But if we was to go ahead and go look at some other rosters, you'll look at this roster, then look at the other team's roster, Houston's roster, Jacksonville's roster. And Jacksonville they was supposed to be good, but had a bad season. That's one scary thing about teams within a division. You expect them to be good because of the roster that they already have. They have a bad season, then they get even better because they're picking so high in the draft. So they're getting better talent, even though they was already a good team. That's a scary thing within a division. That's a scary thing. So I don't know the identity of the Indianapolis Colts. Are they a defensive team? Are they an offensive team? What side of the ball is going to carry them? This is Steifen's second or third year as the head coach. He's his first time head coach. You know what I'm saying? He earned that for what he did with the Philadelphia Eagles. I just don't know, but you know what I'm saying? We're going to lock in on Thursday, see what the Indianapolis Colts bring. It is the first preseason game, but at the same time, I think you only get 3 now. It's not 4. I think you only get 3. So let's see what they got. Let's see what they bring to the table. What players are going to shine? What players are going to, you know what I'm saying? When the lights come on, are they going to perform? So, but the quarterback battle is something to look at. I think they will start Anthony Richardson. And then Daniel Jones will play, I think. And then they got another quarterback. I think they got they did draft a quarterback in a draft, if I'm not mistaken. What his name is? Riley Leonard. That name rings a bell. I know I've seen that name before. 100%. I don't know. Riley Leonard. Is this the guy from? No, did they get him from Notre Dame? No, can't be. Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, my boy from Notre Dame. Oh, all right. That's my guy. Okay. He took us to the champ. He took us to the Natty last year. But he I know him. Trust me, I know him. He can run it. He got to develop as a passer. I'm sorry. For what I've seen in college, that offense was tailored for his legs, and it was just, he didn't really, if you watch that Natty game, that first drive, they ran the ball. They didn't really start competing with Ohio State until they let the reins off and let them pass. And he was making some throws, and them receivers was making some plays. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? This why this situation is totally different from the Shador situation, because Riley Leonard got drafted to a team that really has not really a solidified quarterback, but there is a capable quarterback. We've seen what Anthony Richardson can do. We've seen what Daniel Jones can do. Even though it may have looked bad in New York, it's not a Joe Flacco. It's not he's 40 something years old. It's not a Kenny Pickett who, well, I may have talked too soon. But Daniel Jones won a playoff game. We've seen him have a good season. We haven't seen Kenny Pickett have a good season. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with a talent that's Anthony Richardson, he is talented. You know what I'm saying? He does have a skill set, you know what I'm saying, that Riley just don't have. But that's my guy, though. That's my guy. Shout out to Fighting Irish. I'm like, I know that name, bro. I don't know why I know that name. I keep seeing the name. I know that name.